What's up, guys? Mickle here, and Jeremy Hogan just put out a fascinating tweet thread talking about how this ongoing Ripple SEC case will end. We're going to talk about the possibility of this case being dismissed, the possibility of a settlement, the possibility that this case ends at summary judgment, or the possibility that it goes to trial. Guys, each one of these different outcomes has drastically different timelines associated with them, so I'm going to show you guys exactly what Jeremy Hogan thinks is the most probable outcome. Guys, this is something you are definitely going to want to see, so make sure to stick around for this whole thing. We're also going to talk about a delay in the Ripple SEC case that we just got hit with. Guys, it's actually not as bad as many people are saying. We're going to go over that, but towards the end of the video, I want to talk about Elon Musk and XRP. Guys, there are some crazy connections that you are definitely going to want to see, so make sure to stick around till the end of the video. Like always, guys, your support means so much to this channel. If you want to see more videos just like this, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below and turn on bell notifications. These three simple things will go such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys are ever looking for a great place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out the link for Uphold down in the description below. Uphold is my favorite exchange and a fantastic place to buy and sell XRP. With that said though, guys, let's jump right into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Real quick, guys, you do not want to miss out on the insane promotion moomoo is running right now. If you sign up with moomoo right now using the link in the description of this video, you could win up to 15 free stocks, and your chance of winning a share of Tesla is actually doubled right now. You will also get $10 put directly into your account by moomoo. And guys, moomoo has some great features. They have advanced charting tools, a great way to visualize companies' financials, and even real-time level 2 market data. So guys, do not miss out on this promotion. Go get your free stocks, go get your $10, and sign up with moomoo now using the link in the description of this video. So guys, let's jump into the video, and I guess we'll start off with the bad news, and that is the SEC just got another delay granted in this case. Now, before you get too upset, this delay really wasn't that bad. It's a 2-week delay, and essentially the SEC got this delay because so many different parties were filing amicus briefs to this case that the SEC essentially needed more time to respond to all of them. Now, I actually don't blame the SEC on this one, and I'm actually surprised they asked for such a short delay. Throughout this entire case, the SEC has asked for some pretty absurd delays, and right now they're going to have to answer about 12 different amicus briefs, so I thought they were going to ask for way longer than 2 weeks. I was actually pretty happy that the SEC only asked for 2 weeks, so it's actually not horrible news, but this is going to push out some of the deadlines another 2 weeks. Most notably, it's going to make it so there's a set date for all future amicus briefs to be filed by, and that is November 11th. So guys, I guess we're going to be watching closely for November 11th. I'm sure we'll probably see a couple more amicus briefs filed to this case, so let's watch November 11th closely. Maybe we'll get some big ones by then. In terms of some other dates, now we are looking for the next summary judgment briefs filed on November 30th. Now, this date is extremely significant to this case right now because right now, we are essentially waiting to find out what exactly was in the Bill Hinman Ethereum Free Pass emails. Right now, the current date that we are expecting these emails to actually be filed to this case is in this new summary judgment briefing that's going to take place on November 30th. Now, what I'm hearing is that even if the emails are filed in this brief, it's very likely they will be heavily redacted until later on in December. The reason this is important to keep our eye on is many lawyers following this case have speculated that there is no way the public will ever see these emails. The only way the SEC can prevent us from actually seeing these emails, though, is to settle the case. So it's very likely if we were looking for a timeline for when this case would settle, we really would expect the SEC to settle this case before these emails were made public. Now, right now, it's almost impossible to tell exactly how far the SEC is going to want to take this. We don't know if the SEC is going to want to settle before Ripple even files the redacted version, whether or not the SEC will let Ripple file the redacted version, but settle after they are going to get unredacted so the public can't see the full scope of the emails, or whether or not the SEC is just going to let these emails go public and then let this case go to summary judgment. There's no telling exactly where this stopping point is, and because of that, it's going to make it hard to judge exactly when the settlement should come in. But I think it's a safe bet in a worst case scenario to say that if the SEC was going to settle this case, they would settle it before the emails were made completely public. This is what a lot of the lawyers following this case seem to think. So if we do get these emails made public and you and I are able to read through all the Bill Hinman Ethereum Free Pass emails, well, I think it's safe to say at that point that this case is likely going to summary judgment. Now, with all that said, it's just important to be paying very close attention to these dates because until that does happen, I think a settlement is still fully on the table. In terms of summary judgment, I don't think this delay is going to cause any issues. It was already going to take a while for Judge Torres to make her decision anyway. I don't think these 2 weeks are going to be impactful at all. So in terms of what this delay really impacts, it just gives us another 2 weeks for a settlement to take place. And guys, one last interesting note on this before we get into Jeremy Hogan's thoughts on how this case will end. Stuart Alderati put out a pretty funny tweet yesterday just talking about all these amicus briefs coming in, and he made a pretty funny point. He was essentially saying how crazy it is that all these different parties are coming out and saying, hey, the SEC is really going to harm us if they do get their intended result in this case of calling XRP a security. How funny is it that the SEC is so focused on fighting all these other parties rather than coming in and saying, oh, I didn't realize our actions was going to impact your business. How can we fix this? It just shows the broken nature of the SEC. It shows they don't care at all about the people they are supposed to be protecting, and instead they're just doing anything they can to grow power in their agency. They don't care about people like us. They don't care about businesses they are affecting. They just want control of crypto no matter who they have to run over in the process. So guys, now I want to move on and talk about a very interesting tweet thread out of Jeremy Hogan that really talks about 4 different options on how this case could end. 1 being a dismissal, 2 being a settlement, 3 being summary judgment, and 4 being a trial. And I think it's going to give you guys a much better idea of exactly how this case is most likely going to end. So guys, Jeremy Hogan starts off by saying that any piece of the Ripple case could be settled and the remainder could be left to go to trial. Ripple has stated that it wants clarity for XRP moving forward, and that piece could be settled, and the issue of Ripple's past sales could go to summary judgment or to trial. At summary judgment, the judge could rule on any piece of the case and leave the remainder for trial. For example, the judge could rule that no sales of XRP after the implementation of Ripple's ODL were securities and everything prior will be left to trial. Another example is a judge could decide that all sales were securities and leave the issue of damages to the individual defendants to trial. Also, the judge could also say that no sales were securities and XRP itself is not a security, and this would essentially just throw the entire case out. Ripple has requested that the fair notice defense issue not be decided at summary judgment but left for trial. This would of course only occur if Ripple loses on the securities violation issue, or at least a piece of it. Point being, Ripple case has at least 4 pieces to it, and that leads to about 24 different possible outcomes. No doubt things are looking positive for Ripple, but don't be too surprised if the judge issues a ruling and it takes some time to figure it out. Did they win? So guys, what Jeremy Hogan is pointing out here is that even if it is highly likely that XRP will be declared not a security in this case, there are some parts that may still go the distance. I think the part that everyone feels the most positive about is XRP itself not being declared a security. But that doesn't mean Ripple is completely out of the water. Even if XRP is not a security going forward, and that should be taken care of at summary judgment at the latest, Ripple could still be in trouble for violating securities laws in the early days. Now, that's just because even if I sell something that is not a security, say for example, I sell you an iPhone, which is clearly not a security, I can still package that iPhone like a security. I know it's confusing, but the important part to understand here is that even if this case does end up going to trial, which could take a long time to figure out, XRP could still be declared a security beforehand, and it seems like most of the lawyers are most positive on that happening. Now, in terms of some of the other options, he makes it very clear that the case is not going to get dismissed. It's too late for that. And if the case does go to trial, which we kind of talked about, it likely won't be about whether or not XRP is a security or not. It will likely be about whether or not when Ripple packaged XRP, did they package it as an investment contract? Now, the good news is that in terms of XRP status as a security or not, which is most important to you and I, that will likely get handled via a settlement or summary judgment. Whether or not we get a settlement or summary judgment, that really depends on what the SEC wants to do. Does the SEC want to make the Bill Hinman Ethereum free pass emails public? If they don't want to do that, they're going to have to settle. Also, is the SEC willing to take a loss that will open the playbook for the rest of the cryptocurrency just to take a Hail Mary on winning at summary judgment? That's also a question we don't know the answer to, and it's really in the SEC's ballpark if they want to settle this case or not. Either way, it looks very positive for XRP getting its clarity at settlement or summary judgment, and both of these options look fantastic for Ripple, and it looks like, based on what every single lawyer following this case out there is saying, that at settlement or summary judgment, XRP will be declared not a security regardless of what happens later down the road with Ripple sales. Guys, I want to finish this video and show you this tweet by Digital Asset Investor. Now, I was going to play you this video. It is very interesting, but it's 3 minutes and 50 seconds long, and I don't really have time to do it. So for those of you who are interested, I highly suggest you check this out. It's on my Twitter. I retweeted it. It's a video of Digital Asset Investor finding some very deep connections from some different people at Ripple and Elon Musk. And guys, after watching this video, you're going to understand that Elon Musk is actually tied very closely to Ripple. There is no doubt in my mind that he knows all about XRP. And guys, I have a feeling once we get clarity in the United States for XRP, there is a very, very good chance that Elon Musk is going to be using Ripple's ODL solution to really transform Tesla, Twitter, and all his other business ventures. Guys, Elon Musk is a smart person. When you watch this video, you are going to fully understand that he knows about the power of Ripple and XRP. And guys, it's only a matter of time until big businesses in the United States really start taking advantage of the solution. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.